What it is, my 10 OPs and Grease here, and today we're going to talk a little bit more in depth about the Narmer bounties and the rewards you can get from them. On top of which, we're going to talk about a missed opportunity by DE, at least in my opinion. So let's start there. Now, once you finish the new war quest, it really just goes back to status quo. We're doing the same things, really not a whole hell of a lot of difference. Now, make no mistake, I am not oblivious to the fact that DE is working on the next chunk of new war content, but we really don't have a timeline as to when we can expect that. A month, 6 months, 12 months? We don't know. In fact, it's too soon for really even DE to kind of be able to give us an idea of a timeline. So, as such, the rewards from the Narmer bounties, if I can get that out, should have been put in a new war centric type of activity. I'm not even talking about a full on event, but just some sort of activity that would have allowed us to go from the new war quest into another new war type of activity. And it would have been a really nice touch rather than just kind of dropping us what feels like back to where we were. But let's quickly take a look at these rewards. Now, if you didn't know, the Narmer bounties are available once you have completed the New War quest. In fact, only when you've completed the New War quest. And these are going to be located on the plains of Eidolon as well as on Fortuna, depending on the time of day. Nighttime, most of the time, they switch to the Fortuna location, and in the daytime, they switch back to the plains of Eidolon. Now, the first item that you can get from these activities, this bounty, I should say, is the Caliban parts. This is going to be the systems, the neuroptics, the chassis. You're going to have to run each of the three bounties in order to get all three of the parts so that you can actually build Caliban. The main blueprint is available in the market with in-game credits. The other items you can get from these bounties are the Archon weapons. Now, the Archon weapons are by far, at least to me, the best looking weapons in this game. They look absolutely fabulous. They do. They look magnificent. Whoever designed these weapons, kudos to you, my friend. You are a genius. These things look fantastic, and they're not bad either. Each one of them has their own special, unique combo, and some of these combos range from just bad to confusing to pretty damn good. And we're going to talk about each of them. So let's go alphabetically, and we're going to start with the Corum, which is a trident. Now, this has its own special combo that is, well, unfortunately, it's just bad. It just doesn't seem to be very effective. Stats are fairly decent for the most part, so this will get you through the star chart and then some, no problem. And again, it looks fantastic. If you would have told me that these were just skins for melee weapons that you had to buy, I would have 100% believed that. But let's move back to the Nefiri or the Neferi, however you pronounce these. These are dual daggers that have a very confusing special combo that just doesn't make a lot of sense. It's cool, don't get me wrong, and it's a good pair of daggers, make no mistake. Again, these will get you through the star chart and then some, no problem. And then finally, we're going to talk about the Vertilac. Now, interestingly, of the three, this is definitely the least attractive to me personally. They're not bad. I'm not trying to say they're awful looking. They're not. It's actually a good looking whip. It is. And it's a good whip as well. It has the best functioning combo here of all three of the Archon's weapons. It actually does a combo that releases a like a bolt, like a blast basically, and this works really well against enemies that have been grouped up. And naturally, a lot of players are actually setting up builds just for that, where they can spam that combo on grouped up enemies. And you know what? It works, so I can't really fault them. With that, we need to talk about the new mod sets. Now, there are three mod sets, three in each set, so you're looking at nine mods total. So first up, let's talk about Amar's mods. Now, these are also called the teleport mods, and the reason for that is because they actually will allow you to teleport to an enemy when you use a heavy attack. Of course, the set bonus is increased range. So one mod will get you 10 meters, two mods will get you 20, three mods will get you 30. Now, I don't know about you, but I kind of feel like a set bonus should include like a little bit extra, not just adding the ranges together. So if it's 30 meters standard for having all three, shouldn't a bonus include like a little extra? But I digress. Let's continue on. A Mars Anguish is the bronze, and this is going to give you 15% to bullet jump as well as sprint speed. Not the best mod here for sure. The silver drop, a Mars Hatred, is going to give you 30% to armor and 15% to ability strength. I really wish that 15% was bumped up. But again, decent mod. Moving on. For the gold, we have a Mars Contempt. This is going to give you 90% melee damage as well as 30% to slash, which good mod. Let's talk about the other mod set, and this is going to be Boreal's mod set. Now, this mod set is going to allow you to take less damage while you're airborne. You get 20% per each mod. All three mods will get you 60% damage reduction in the air. Again, that's just adding the sets and the numbers together. That's not really a bonus in my opinion, but moving on. The bronze, Boreal's Anguish, will give you minus 75% to gravity while aim gliding, as well as plus 60% to aim glide and wall latch duration. The silver, Boreal's Hatred, will give you 150% to shield capacity as well as 15% ability efficiency. I really wish that 15% was bumped up. And then finally we have the gold mod, Boreal's Contempt, which is going to give you 90% to melee damage and 60% damage from status effects. Moving on, we will talk about the final mod set, and that is Nira's mods. Now, I will tell you right up front that, as you saw from a Mars and Boreal's mod sets, I have multiples of some of these mods. This is bar none the worst set of mods to farm. I don't know what the deal is. I'm assuming it's a bug or a glitch of some sort. Obviously, the drop table shows they have the same drop rate as the other mods, but that is completely opposite of my experience. These mods just did not want to drop. In fact, I ended up just buying the gold mod, the Naira's Contempt here, because I was so sick. I literally farmed these bounties for a week straight, day and night during the holidays, trying to get everything from it. And I could not get this mod to drop. So I just threw my hands in the air, washed my hands of the bounties, and just bought this damn thing. I paid 40 plat. Is that too much? Yeah, it's double what it should be. That's probably a 20 plat mod all day. But I was well happy to pay the extra 20 plat just to never have to look at those damn bounties again. But let's talk a little bit more about them. So this is going to increase the damage you do with the slam attack. Yeah. And of course, for the bronze, we get 15% to bullet jump, 15% to aim glide, wall latch. Sounds kind of like a broken record, doesn't it? Moving on, we have Naira's Hatred, which is going to give you 150% to health as well as 15% ability duration. I really wish these ability stats were bumped up closer to like 25, 24, 23, something like that, rather than 15. It's just such a shame. But then moving on to Naira's Contempt, the gold mod, we have 90% melee damage and 60% status chance. Sounds familiar. Again, sounds like a broken record. But those are your mod sets. I will be showing you the teleport mods, plural, at the end of the video. So if you want to know what that looks like, stay tuned. And then finally, DE added a new resource. I know if you're like me, you probably rolled your eyes when you heard that, but we got to talk about it, so we're going to talk about it. And that is Narmer Isoblast. Now, if you're like me, when I started getting these in the bounties, I was bummed. And like, I want the mods, I want the Caliban sets, I want the Archon weapons. I don't want these. But here's the deal. All of the things we just talked about, whether we're talking about the Archon weapons, whether we're talking about the Caliban parts, they all require these. Of course they do. You're looking at anywhere from 10 to 20 of these Narmer Isoplats per item. So for each one of the Archon weapons, you're looking at 10 to 20 Narmer Isoplasts for all three, for each one. So you're looking roughly at 30 to 60 of these Narmer Isoplasts to build all three. Same thing goes for the Caliban parts, the systems, interoptics, and the chassis. So you're going to need them. So you might as well go ahead and get them while you're there. I know, there's definitely more exciting things to get, but it is what it is. So there you have it. That is the Narmer bounty rewards. Again, no spoilers there. Again, if you don't know what any of these things are, then it's not really a spoiler, right? But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the simulacrum and take a look at these teleport mods. Now, as you may have noticed with the gold Amar's mod, it specifically states dual daggers. But you don't need dual daggers to pull off a heavy attack teleport. And I'll show you that right now. If nothing else, it's really kind of fun. And really, that's what a game should be. There should be something about it that's fun. Alrighty. Alright. So first up, let's start with the dual daggers, the Neferai here. Or Nefiri. However you pronounce those, I'm not really sure. I'm thinking Nefiri. But anyway. Alright, so we got the dual daggers. My Loki and daggers are set up with the Amar mods already. All three of them. And we're going to go ahead and call up 3 bombards, 3 heavy gunners at level 185, as you can see there. It works. You would think that 30 meters is more. But 30 meters is still actually pretty close. I kind of wish that the set bonus actually gave you a bonus to distance, but all right, but as I said, you don't need to have the dual daggers. Again, the Amar's Gold mod, Amar's Contempt, is specifically for dual daggers only. But you don't have to run it. If you put the mods on your Warframe, even if you want to do something like that with the Grand Prime, you can. Now, this is not set up for heavy attacks, but we're going to go ahead and give it a go anyway. So there you have it. That is the teleport without using dual daggers. Obviously, dual daggers is going to give you a little bit more range. So if you have these Warframe slots available, yeah, it's a lot of fun to use if nothing else. And again, like I just said, that's kind of a game should be fun. But let me know what you guys and gals think down in the comment section below. And until next time, peace out.